Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 88. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is acid chloride which is attached with 2 chlorine and you are using the base. Here they ask you to find the product. The products are containing many carbons than starting material, so it might be the cyclization reaction. That can be a bicycle formation or fused ring formation or simple condensation. So there are many possibilities. So you have to analyze based on the reactant and product. Here you have to understand that regioselective cyclization definitely occurs. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you have dichloride, it has one hydrogen. You are using the base. Base subtract the proton, you have the anion there. So anion and you have very good leaving group. So there is a possibility of ketene formation. So ketene is formed. Ketene is very peculiar. Here you have to see the orbital diagram of dichloroethene. The blue orbital, which is the pi bond of first carbon and carbon. The red orbital, pi bonds of carbon and oxygen. Both are perpendicular to each other. This is a very important point. Next step, this ketene reacts with the cyclopentadiene. The important thing is it will form only 2 plus 2 cycloaddition. Here the product reacts with the cyclopentadiene. There are many possibilities. 2 plus 2 cycloaddition and 4 plus 2 cycloaddition, and you have CO with double bond and C double bond C with double bond. Here let us analyze the possibilities. Cycloaddition reaction always occurs between diene and dienophile. So the product CC the dienophile, so reaction center is definitely CC. In cyclopentadiene there is a possibility of 2 plus 2 and 4 plus 2. But 4 plus 2 is not possible. Why? Because the ketene orbitals are perpendicular to each other, it will not allow the 4 plus 2 cycloaddition. It is a 2 plus 2 cycloaddition only. It's a very important thing in the ketene. Here you have to learn two important things. One is ketene. The ketene pi orbitals are perpendicular to each other, it will always go 2 plus 2 cycloaddition. Second thing is you have to guess which is diene involved in the cycloaddition. Always dienophile, the group attached with the electron withdrawing group react in the reaction. Let us see the question number 2. The starting metal is benzene attached with nitro group and fluorine. You are reacting with amine. They ask you to find the product. The product is curious because fluorine is a bad leaving group and NO2 is electron withdrawing group. You are attacking with nucleophile. So what really happened? Where NH attacks? The real question is where NH2 attack to the ring, whether NH2 will attack the ring or replace the fluorine or place in between the nitrogen, or it just destroy the aromaticity. So the question is all about where is the reaction center. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you have fluorine and nitro group. Among the nitro group and fluorine can be removed, but at the extraordinary conditions you are using the amine. So let us see how it works. The amine attacks the fluorine, so the ring is destroyed. So the charge on the ring is changed, negative charge is formed there. The negative charge can be stabilized by nitro group since it is an electron withdrawing group. So the charge is stabilized. The charge is stabilized charge, but it has to be quenched. The only way to be quenched is getting back the aromaticity. So what really happens is the negative charge attacks the ring, it forms aromaticity again. So fluorine elimination is possible. Here fluorine elimination driven by two factors. One is its aromaticity is established and charge quenching. Both are very strong factor for any organic chemistry. So the answer is A. What is special in this reaction? It may look simple. Let me explain. Because the benzene normally undergo aldehyde substitution. Here NH is a nucleophile. Nucleophilic substitution is there. How it is possible? Because the ring is attached with many electron withdrawing group that drives the attack. Second thing, fluorine is a leaving group. Nobody hears fluorine is the leaving group. Here fluorine is removed by the reaction condition. Here you have to learn two important things. One is the electron density in the benzene ring. If electron density is less, the nucleophilic attack is possible. Here electron withdrawing group decrease the electron density in the benzene ring. That's how it is possible. Second thing is driving force. Anything is possible in chemistry by the driving force. Here fluorine is removed by driving force by aromaticity and charge quenching, two driving factors. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is bicyclic system with bridged carbon which attach with two methyl group, but on the bridge methyl group you have oxime and you are using the sulfuric acid. They ask you to find the product. Many products are possible. Just oxime converted into alkene or the ring contraction with cyanide, and the double bond position is important because how the ring is contracted, which ring is open and contracted here is important. So bicyclic become monocyclic here. From the reactant oxime and sulfuric acid you might guess naming reaction is involved and definitely ring contraction possibility is here. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here the starting metal is oxime, you are using the sulfuric acid. Definitely you might think of Beckmann rearrangement. So Beckmann rearrangement possibility is defined by OH leaving group. OH is removed by protonation on it. So it removed as a water. How the charge can be quenched? Charge can be quenched by migration, but migration possibility here is very less. So what really happens is a peculiar kind of thing. Single bond moves and become triple bond with carbon and nitrogen. So carbon and nitrogen triple bond is called cyanide. Now let us redraw perfectly. You got the cation at 6th position. It become 5-member ring. Here the cation has to be quenched. How the cation has to be quenched? The removal of H. Removal of H leads to the alkene there, which is answer D. Here you have to learn two important things. One is Beckmann rearrangement. Beckmann rearrangement possibility only discussed here, but there is a no migrating group, hence cyanide is formed. Second thing is quenching. Somehow you have to find the pathway for quenching because charge is unstable. It has to be quenched. So hydrogen removed here and quenching is possible. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is heterocyclic system with oxygen. It has one double bond in conjugation and it has side chain with alkene. That is the isopropenyl group. You are heating. They ask you to find the product. The product can be many types because of the two double bonds. Whether the ring is contracted to 5-member or just a simple aldehyde formation, or the curious bicyclic product, or the bicyclic product with simple oxygen on the one plane. So there are many possibilities. Here definitely from the questions and product you might understand definitely rearrangement is occur and fate of oxygen is the real question here. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you have two double bonds. So you might think of sigmatropic rearrangement. But imagining here 3-3 sigmatropic rearrangement is harder. So let us write with the numbers. So here we straight away do the 3-3 sigmatropic rearrangement. So let us draw the bondings there. New CC bond formed between 1 and 3. Because it's 3-3 sigmatropic rearrangement. So 1 and 3 will be happened. And the double bonds are switches. So oxygen carbon bond breaks one side, form double bond on other side. So it become a aldehyde there. So if you redraw nicely, you have the product B. Here you have to learn only one important thing. You have to imagine the possibility of rearrangement. You have to think double bonds in the terminal position as a sigmatropic precursor. So here the rigid system has sigmatropic precursor. So end product is possible by only imagine and desired product. Because starting metal also 6-member ring, product also 6-member ring, hence it is very possible. Then the question number 5. The starting metal you have benzoic acid and you are using the alkene there, which is in the isobutene form. You are using the sulfuric acid. Here they ask you to find the product. Here you have many possibilities where the reactant will attack, whether it is attack on the ring or side product or the dimerization or the multiple attacks. So the real question is where is the reaction center here? The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you are using sulfuric acid, so it's a H plus donor. So what really happens is it donates the H. Once hydrogen is attacked, you have two possibilities. The first attack leads to primary cation, second attack leads to tertiary cation, but as we know, tertiary cation is stable. One another important thing is where it will attack. You are using in the benzoic acid. In benzoic acid, it won't attack in the ring because cation is hidden inside the butyl system, hidden inside the central carbon. So only the terminal atoms can bond with that one. So only benzoic acid leads to the ester formation with the tertiary butyl group. So the answer is clearly C. Here you have to learn two important things. One is cation stability. Cation stability is a very basic one. It always dictates the reaction. Here tertiary cation. Second thing is the bulky attacking species. Bulky attacking species always attack at the terminal, not at the end in the benzoic acid system. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.